Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into a really insightful narration. It comes from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, via Abu Hurairah.
hmm Recorded by Muslim, so it's a well-established source.
Exactly. And our goal today is really to unpack what it tells us about, well, strength, relying on a higher power, and, handling adversity.
Yeah, it's incredibly relevant. It gives you a kind of framework, really, for facing life with purpose and resilience.
So let's jump in. It starts with a believer who is strong and healthy is better and dearer to Allah than the weak believer, but there is goodness in both of them. That's quite a statement.
It really is. And what strikes me is the balance. It clearly values strength,
Hmm.
and we should probably think of strength broadly here, right? Not just physical power.
Right, like inner strength too,
Yeah.
faith, determination.
Precisely. Faith, resolve, character. But then, almost in the same breath, it says there's goodness in the weaker believer, too.
Ah, okay. So it's not saying weakness is bad, just that strength is preferred.
Exactly. It feels like encouragement to, strive for better, for strength, but without making people feel condemned if they're struggling or have weaknesses.
Mhm.
Everyone still has inherent value.
That's a much more compassionate reading. I like that. It leads into the next part, the practical stuff. Be keen on what benefits you and seek help from Allah and do not give up.
Yes. This is the action part, isn't it? Be keen. That sounds really active, like go after what's actually good for you.
Yeah, pursue knowledge, well-being, good deeds, that sort of thing.
hmm And crucially, it pairs that effort with seeking help from Allah. It's like, do your part, put in the work, but always remember where ultimate success comes from.
So it's not just about self-reliance.
Not solely, no.
Yeah.
It's personal responsibility plus divine reliance. And that last bit, do not give up. That's pure perseverance. Keep going, keep hoping.
That combination feels key. Okay, so what about when things do go wrong? The narration says, if anything afflicts you, do not say, if I had done such and such things, such and such would have happened.
Ah, yes, the what-if trap. We all fall into that sometimes, don't we?
Totally. It's so easy to get stuck there. Why is that discouraged?
Well, think about it. Constantly saying, if only I'd done this differently, keeps you mentally stuck in the past, right? It often leads to regret, bitterness, maybe even questioning why things happened.
Right, it's not very productive.
Exactly. Instead, the advice is to say, Allah decrees, and what He wills, He does. This is about acceptance.
Acceptance. Okay, but does that mean just being passive, like don't learn from mistakes?
No, I don't think so. Remember the first part, be keen on what benefits you. That implies learning, planning, taking precautions. This acceptance part comes after something has happened, despite your efforts.
Okay, I see. So you do your best beforehand, but once something occurs, dwelling on the what ifs isn't helpful.
Precisely. It's about shifting focus from unproductive regret to, okay, this happened. It's part of a larger plan or wisdom I might not fully grasp right now. What do I do next?
And it mentions that saying, if I had, opens the door for the deeds of the devil. What does that mean, practically speaking?
I think it points to those negative thought spirals. Regret can turn into despair, blaming others, maybe even questioning divine justice or wisdom. Those are the harmful paths that focusing on if only can lead down.
Got it. So saying Allah decrees is a way to protect your inner peace and trust.
Yeah, it's empowering in a way. It helps you accept the reality and focus your energy forward rather than backward into negativity.
That makes a lot of sense. So if we were to kind of boil this down, what are the main things we should take away?
Well, I'd say 3 core points. First, always aim for strength, faith, character, health, resilience, but do it with the understanding that weakness doesn't erase your worth.
Okay, strive for strength, acknowledge weaknesses. What else?
Second, be proactive. Actively seek out what's good and beneficial for you, but always combine that effort with seeking help and guidance from Allah. Don't rely solely on yourself.
Right, effort plus reliance. And the third?
Third, when faced with hardship or something that didn't go as planned, resist the urge to get lost in what-ifs. Practice acceptance by acknowledging a higher will or plan. Say, Qadarallahu wa ma sha fa'al. Allah decrees, and what He wills, He does. It frees you up to move forward.
Strength with compassion, action with reliance, and acceptance over regret. That's a really practical framework.
Really is. It covers how to act, how to trust, and how to react when things get tough.
So perhaps a final thought for everyone listening. Maybe think about a current challenge, big or small. How could applying these ideas, that balance of trying your best, seeking help, and accepting the outcome, how could that change how you approach it?
That's a great question to reflect on. It brings the guidance right into our daily lives.